There we go.
That's all it is. You jumped up.
You're just jumping.
Hmm?
Just frolicking all around town.
You know, you just got up.
I'm just.
And just got going. So.
Yes, I'm a little.
Even though you probably not anxious, but that doesn't mean
No,
anxiety
is
not
feel it.
working.
I am anxious.
You know what I'm saying? Anxiety could be working. So just
it's absolutely
work
working.
on your breathing, babe. Calm that shit down.
Absolutely.
I know, I see, I speak, I love, I feel.
Okay, affirmation. Okay. Not doing me on me. Okay. Hey, Tony. Hey, 24 hour. Hey. Come on in. I got to get everything set up. Is my face ashy? I feel like it's low-key looks a little ashy. Hey, Rice Edits. Hey, baby. Grand Rising. How's everybody doing? No, why ain't this open? Say no. Look. Hey, Paula. Hey, girl. Hey. How you doing?
Power on. Bluetooth mode.
Ooh, hey W, what's that? W Belmont. Hey kids, call me Ka. Hey, welcome, Grand Rising. How's everybody doing? Come on in. I feel like I'm a little razzle-dazzled and frazzled today. I don't know. I feel a little anxious. But probably because I want to get this message out, so that's probably got something to do with it. Hey, Calderon. Hey, baby. Grand Rising. I keep saying they give me a torch. I got one. But I don't have it in here. How are you guys doing today? Let me know. Let me know where you guys are from. Hey, Lenny. Hey, Trey. What's this? Trey Me. Trey Mimi, hey. Welcome. How you doing? Or whatever. Hey, who is this? Chicken Dipper. Hey, Chicken Dipper. So, today we're going to get into how to raise your consciousness. I was gonna do my story part 3, but then I had somebody ask me a question on TikTok, and so I'm trying to be mindful of the comments, right? And especially if you guys have questions, it's my responsibility to get on and answer them so you can know what you're doing. How can I tell you something and then not tell you how to do it, right? So that's what we're gonna get into today. Hey baby, who is this on YouTube? Hey Disma. Hey baby. Hey, hey, Ben Jafar. Y'all know I'm not good with these names. I'll be slithering them, and I don't want to, so I'm not going to do too much. Hey, Chico. Hey, Cece. So, like I was saying, I was going to get into my story part 3, but I had somebody leave a comment on one of my videos that I posted here yesterday, and so we're gonna go into that real quick because like I said, I can't just tell you something and then not tell you how to do it. Where they do that at? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So our topic for today is going to be how to rise in consciousness. I made a video yesterday, and the video was basically explaining to you that when you have a thought, a vision, or an idea, something that you feel like you can't obtain, you have to understand that that idea, that thought, that vision is coming from a higher version of yourself. And so you cannot see it now, and that's because you've not yet got to that level of consciousness. So when you get to that level of consciousness to then evolve into that version of yourself where that idea, that thought, that vision dwells, then you absolutely can have it. I tell you guys this all the time. Even to where we sit right now. This was a vision. This was a thought. This was an idea that Spirit gave to me. So when you have these thoughts, ideas, and visions, yes, you may not be sitting in that space currently, but it is absolutely your responsibility and obligation to get yourself to that place so you can make these things come to pass. Just like I tell you guys all the time, we were all created for something, right? We were all created on purpose with a purpose. So what this means is, if you don't wake up to your purpose, if you don't wake up to what you were specifically created to do, it is never going to dwell on this earthly plane, my love. Not only that, let's talk about this. You obviously cannot think that you were created to live the minimalistic life, right? You obviously can't think that you were created to have the bare minimum, to just sit where you are and to just be okay. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're not what happened to you. You're not what you're going through. These experiences and everything that you're going through are on purpose, and it's part of Spirit molding you. But you don't know that yet because, again, you've not yet reached that level of consciousness. So whatever you go through has a power to just keep you in a certain level, emotional level, which means whatever energy, vibration, and frequency you're getting out, this is what you're attracting to you. So that means what? You can only keep experiencing the same things over and over and over again. Another thing is, you only keep experiencing the same things over and over and over again because you've not yet learned the lessons, my love, that Spirit is trying to show you, baby. Hey, Angela. I'm sorry, I can't see my comments on YouTube. So, okay, so this is what we're going to talk about. Hey, Bachira. Hey, AC. Hey, True. Hey, Dom. Hey, WH. Thank you. What are you thanking me for? I haven't done anything. We've not done anything. What are you thanking me for? Hey, Econ. Okay, so like I was saying, we're going to talk about how to raise your level of consciousness. Remember, you raise your level of consciousness, you absolutely raise your energy, your vibration, and your frequency, right? Your energy, vibration, and frequency is what your life is made of. You can only experience what you think, feel, and believe about yourself. So if you're not in the highest level of consciousness, then guess what? That means you are right now operating off a low vibration. And so you're not attracting the best things in your life. You're not having the best experiences in life. Nor are you able to connect with Spirit so you can get your messages, downloads, right? And all these beautiful things, so then you can begin to evolve into your higher self, okay? Now, I know it sounds like a lot, and it is. I tell you this all the time, it is. I'm not about to sit up here and pretend to you or try to portray to you that it's not a lot. It absolutely is a lot, but this is why I tell you all the time, you do a little bit every day. Don't overwhelm yourself with trying to make the whole complete transformation, all these changes overnight, my loves. You got to give yourself grace, okay? Yep, okay, yeah, okay, so let's get into the lesson, okay? So the first thing is going to be, when you are trying to raise your consciousness, this is you going into yourself, love. This is you taking that time, stepping away from the world, the distractions, the external view, and going within. What do we know? What do we know? We may not have experienced it yet, but we absolutely know that nothing is separate from us, right? So that means we have all the answers, everything we want, need, lack It's in you now. You just must go in to get it. And a lot of people don't understand the concept of going within themselves. I get this question all the time. How do I go within myself? I'm going to tell you now. The first thing is, you have to be willing to step away from this external view. You have to be willing to step away from what it looks like, because what it looks like is a distraction. If you've not yet reached a certain level of consciousness, what it looks like, the external view, has the power to absolutely control your life. Not only your life, your mind, your heart, and your soul space. Because you do not yet have the wisdom or the knowledge that you need to be able to have a higher perception of where you currently reside. So you must step away from what's going on outside. For you to go within yourself, this means you're going to have to take some time, some intimate time. What do we talk about? Intimacy. You must take some time to spend with yourself. Okay? The problem is, a lot of people don't want to spend time with themselves. I know, I get it. Because I've been there. What happened when you sit by yourself? Oh, God. You got to think about all the things that happened then and how they made you feel and how they still make you feel, and then all these emotions, and now you find yourself in a space that you do not want to be in. So what do? You repress all these things and push them down, and now these things become your shadows. Now these things become giants that control you like a puppet, because being that they have this emotional control over you, you can't rise in consciousness. So again, you must take time to intentionally go into yourself. So the first way to go into yourself is going to be to meditate. Okay? I know when people think about meditating, they're like, oh, well, okay, well, pray. If you don't know how to meditate, then pray. But meditation is the practice that involves your mind using a combination of mental and physical techniques also. And it's also a gateway to self-discovery, okay? So when you meditate, this is going to... You want to sit quietly, right? And you want to focus on your breath. The thing about meditation is people find it intimidating, because when we talk about meditating, we talk about what first? Always quieting down the mind. And again, when you find yourself in this space, I know, again, because I've been there, that overthinking, that mind is always busy. You can't just quiet your mind down like that. So when you first start meditating, that's okay. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Hold on. I knew it. I smelled it. We are on fire. I know I smelled that pedal burning. All right. I just saved our lives. I just saved us all. Let me put this there. Just let it burn out there. It's a big fire though. Alright, hold on. Let me relight this. And technically, that shouldn't even be in there. I know it. Alright. Just almost killed us, but I saved us. Okay, shoot. Well, okay, what was I talking about? Okay, so meditating. When you think about meditating, like I said initially, you're so focused on quieting your mind down. And so the thing about it is, being that your mind is already overactive, what is going to happen when you try to quiet it down on purpose? It's only going to get more active, right? So when you first start meditating, don't put too much on it. There's several different types of meditation. I don't want to go into them right now because that's going to take us to a whole nother place. So I will make a video about the different types of meditation. But the first thing is going to be meditate, okay? Meditation is going to be one of the most main ways for you to go into yourself. Not only is it a way for you to go into yourself, in meditation, this is where you get a lot of visions and insight, right? Hindsight, foresight. This is where spirit reveals a lot of things to you in meditation. So like I said, there's a lot of different ways to meditate. If you don't know how, like I said, I'll make a video about it. I don't want to do too much on it right now, but meditation is going to be the first thing, okay? The next thing is going to be, you must start practicing mindfulness, okay? I know we're not always mindful. And the reason we're not always mindful is because at some point in your life, unfortunately, the body takes over. Okay? When you live in your life in the program, when you live in your life and you're not mindful, you're not present, you're not conscious, I'm sorry to tell you, but at some point your body takes over. This is that subconscious mind. This is that program. This is that battery in your back that I talk about. So what this means is you can get up on a daily basis and function and not have to think too much about it because the body got it under control. The subconscious mind has it under control. You don't have to think too much because you're operating off of a program. You've already been neurochemically hardwired in your mind to operate on this vibration. So it's like clockwork to you. You get up and you just do the things, and you just do the things, and you just do the things. When it comes to you raising your consciousness, you must be mindful. So this means you now being present. This means you taking your body back. This means you taking your power back. You taking your vessel back. So you must be aware. Start practicing being present in the moment, okay? This is mindfulness. It's being present in the moment. Hey, Solid. Hey, oh, God, y'all. I don't want to mess y'all names up. Hey, guys, I see you all. I love you. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. Give you some of this good stuff. Now, the next thing is going to be spending time in nature. Listen. We're talking about raising our consciousness, right? So with raising your consciousness, you must know and understand that there are multifacets that make up a person, right? There are multiple things that we are connected to. You may not be aware of it, but you absolutely are connected to it. This is where oneness comes in. This is where alignment comes in. Okay? So spend some time in nature. Go outside. Spend a little time in the sun. I've already told you about the sun. The sun has some of the most beautiful messages you will ever receive. So sitting with the sun is absolutely a form of meditation. I do sun meditations. I do meditations just involving me in the sun. Listen in that sun, letting it hit that pineal gland and open that thing up. Listen. This is why I also I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let me not get ahead of myself. Let me come back a little bit. Let me stay here. So, you can go outside and ground. Just go sit outside. Get in tune with the wind, the birds. And I know people think about the spirituality thing is this woo-woo stuff. Well, listen. It's not woo-woo. These are facts. But these are also things that we're not used to being connected to because all these things were stripped from us, right? And I'm not going to get into that right now. So like I said, spend a little time in nature. Go out there and get your messages and downloads that nature, that outside has to give you. Okay? 3 is going to be focus on one thing at a time. Now, I tell you guys this about me all the time. I am a very fast-paced person. I'm a multitasker. I can do a lot of things at one time, all this and that. But what that does is that doesn't allow you to fully be where you need to, your full attention needs to be in that moment. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you want, and this is something actually that I'm working on right now. I am currently sitting in this space on purpose because patience is a virtue, and patience is absolutely needed when it comes to this spiritual journey. Why? Because you're dealing with spirit and you can't see spirit. You can only feel and sense spirit. You can see spirit sometimes, right? Because there are signs and synchronicities and all these beautiful things. But for the most part, spirit is an invisible space, right? This is source. Being that you are still in your human form, you've not yet reached your spiritual being yet. We automatically in that human form need those things that are tangible and things that we can see before we believe them. And when it comes to spirit, that's not the case. You're dealing with the invisible world. You're dealing with the unknown. Okay? So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And like I said, and slow down. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Remember, time is an illusion. We get caught up in this time thing because it's a part of the program. But once you raise up in consciousness, you will absolutely begin to see how time is an illusion. So take your time. Stop rushing through things. Quick gratification is not always the best. Well, it's really never the best. Because when it happens so quick, it's hard to sustain. Okay? The next thing is going to be eat mindfully. I know for me, the deeper I got on my spiritual journey, the more my appetite changed. My body just didn't have the craving for the more dense and heavier foods and stuff like that. So I find myself doing a lot of vegan things, a lot of juicing and stuff like that. And it's not saying that you'll fully transition or whatever it is, but you want to now be mindful of what is going into your body because your body is your vessel, right? And if your vessel is not in order, spirit has to come through you. For you to live your purpose, spirit has to download you and it has to come through you into this physical realm. So your vessel, your body absolutely needs to be together, okay? The next thing is going to be promote sleep. Make sure that you're getting your adequate amount of rest. When you are on a spiritual journey, I can tell you right now, you will absolutely find yourself in times and spaces unable to sleep. You will find yourself restless. You will find yourself anxious. Then sometimes you will find yourself needing sleep and craving sleep and not wanting to do much. Make sure that you're getting your rest. You are on a spiritual journey. You are a multidimensional being. That means that you are doing work in multi-dimensions, especially when you consciously tap in and begin to make the changes. That means you're making things move not only in this 3D realm, but in multi-dimensions. So your energy is being dispersed on other levels. So you have to give yourself that time to recharge. Okay? The next thing is going to be practice self-observation. Journal, reflect on your thoughts and your dreams. This is something that I talk to you about all the time, is about now being the observer, right? Because we know when we have thoughts, when we think things, they're not automatically true. You can't just believe something because you think it. You have to understand what we just talked about. Your soul is in a fight for the light and the dark. Both of them want you. So when you get a thought, you have to be able to observe it before you just take it and believe it, eat it and digest it. Because once you believe it, eat it and digest it, then what does that mean? You're now putting out that energy, vibration, and frequency, and now are attracting those things to yourself, deriving from that thought. Everything starts with a thought. Everything in this world starts with a thought. So how could you not understand that your thoughts create your reality? Your thoughts create your world. Your world, your life, your reality, what you live, what you go through, all derives from your thoughts about yourself. Period. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is what your life is. Okay? So be mindful of this. Be mindful of this. Start checking your thoughts. This is why also you must be doing energy checks without yourself throughout the day. This is your responsibility now. This is the only way for you to rise in consciousness. The next thing is going to be you must reframe your thoughts and use a way. You must reframe your thoughts. Okay, that's the thing. Reframe your thoughts. Now, a way to reframe your thoughts is going to be absolutely affirmations are great. That affirmations is also a form of meditation. Affirmations is also another form of meditation. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, let me tell you what I did personally when it came to this part right here where it says reframe your thoughts. You remember how you was in school and they used to make you write lines? Like, I will not do this. I will not boom boom. You know what I did? I'm not going to lie to you. Like, when I first started my journey, because like I'm saying, when I started my journey, this whole time I've been in my journey, I've not had a mentor, an intercessor, a third man. Everything that I know has come directly from spirit to me. Because I chose to get into alignment and to tap myself in to figure out what my purpose was. Because listen, okay, well, that's another story, right? But anyway, that's how I got here. And so one thing that I absolutely knew is that I had to work on that subconscious mind. I had to begin to unwire that hard wiring system that I was dwelling up under. And the first thing that came to me, one of the first things that spirit gave to me was to write lines. So you know what I did? I used to write lines on like, I will not boom boom boom, or I will boom boom boom. I'm not lying to you. I did that. Like, I would write lines. But you know what? Again, it helped. First of all, writing helps, period. This is why I tell you all the time to make sure that you're writing, right? But writing them lines, that was a way to reprogram that subconscious mind. Why do they make you do it in school? It's a lesson to be learned, right? Same thing applies here. So that's just a little side note. I wrote lines. Like, I legit did. I wrote lines. The things that I wanted to remove from myself and all this stuff here, I wrote lines about it. So that's just a little side note. The next thing, let me say this. Let me stop. Let me say this. This is your journey. It's nobody's business how you have to get it done, what you go through to get it done, what it looks like. That's up to you if you choose to share it at some point. But the whole point of this journey is to be able to be open, honest, transparent, and vulnerable with yourself in this time and space. This is you literally going in and saving your life. This is you understanding that there's nobody's obligation to save you but you. Not only that, nobody can save you but you. So enjoy this space. Don't like I said, this is not a time to be sharing and telling people what you're. This is all about you and yourself. But once you set in this space, what's going to happen? Once you sit in this space long enough, this is where your alignment begins, right? This is where you connect to spirit. This is where the journey begins. And once you connect to spirit, you step into divinity. Right? You step into divine timing, divine guidance. Oh my God. Divine knowledge. I mean, I could go on and on and on. You step into divinity. So you don't need these worldly things. You don't need the validation from the people. And you don't need the external view no longer has control over you, because you are now in alignment with the higher ups. Right? God, spirit, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in. And you are now co-creating your life and watching everything come to pass. And like I said, once you get into this space right here, can't nobody tell you nothing, okay? Your desires are not the same. You don't look at people the same. You don't look at life the same. You don't look at the world the same, because you are in a higher level of consciousness. This is the beauty. This is why every time I get on here, I look like this and like always so. Because this is what it is. So the next thing is going to be visualize. You want to take some time to sit back and just visualize. Create vivid images in your mind. Now, the thing about visualization is when you do these moments of visualization, let me put a little side note right here real quick. Visualization is also another form of meditation. You have visualization meditation. That is also a form of meditation. And what this involves is just you sitting in a space for a certain amount of time and going to that place, going to that heart, mind, and soul space of whatever it is you are trying to obtain. But the thing about it is, when you get into this space, you want to be able to feel like you would feel in that moment. You don't want to view yourself as looking at yourself in that space. You want to actually feel you want to feel from that space. Okay, so you just spend like 5-10 minutes there and just totally engulf every emotion, like I said, you would feel in that moment. This is you co-creating your world. This is you understanding that your thoughts, emotions, and what you feel about yourself creating your world. This also involves the fact that you understand that you creating your world is believing in something that has not yet happened yet. That's also called faith, right? Okay, so visualization. The next thing is going to be release negative emotions. You got to let go of anything that's holding you down. So one thing, and I talked about this I think on Monday, you got to go in and identify what is holding you back, because there is absolutely holding you back. There is something keeping you bound. There is something keeping you complacent and stagnant. There is something hindering you. Now, it's up to how open, honest, transparent, and vulnerable that you're being with yourself if you're able to identify this or not. Right? This is you facing your hard truths. Again, this is your business. It's okay. Nothing, let me just say this right here. Nothing, a lot of things that we do in life, a lot of situations we get in, a lot of things that we'll find ourselves entangled in life, they're not meant to be permanent, okay? So just because you experience that thing does not make that who you are. Okay, so this is the first thing you need to understand. So you must start letting these things go. You got to start letting things go that are hindering you. Hey, avocado. Hey, El Avocado. Okay, so we're talking about how to raise consciousness. We're already at the end of the lesson. You just came in, but that's what we're talking about, love. So start letting those things go. Okay? Start letting those things go. Is it going to be easy? No, absolutely not. But like I said, they weren't meant to be permanent. So all those, it might be a people, a person, a place, or a thing. Old habits, patterns, and routines, whatever it is, you got to let it go. I'm going to tell you now, Spirit will never ask you to let go of something that is a part of your destiny. So if Spirit is asking you to let it go, absolutely let it go. The thing about letting go also is, let me just say this, a lot of times Spirit will have you let go of something for that moment, but it will absolutely come back. If it's meant for you, it will come back. So don't be so hesitant to let go. You have to understand what you're willing to let go of. Show Spirit what you're willing to be a part of. So just because you let it go in that moment don't mean Spirit is not going to run it back. You just have to show how strong you are, what your muscles looking like, what your sacrifice is looking like. Okay? This is about you. So you're still going to be going through the tests and the trials. In the midst of all this, the tests and the trials ain't never going to go away. Okay? So also keep that in mind. You will always be tested and tried. Especially when you decide to change your mind. What? The tests and the trials get even bigger on purpose. So be mindful. Be vigilant. The next thing is going to be, and we're almost to the end, guys. Choose activities that inspire you. I don't care what it is. If it inspires you, if it makes you feel good, do that. That is a part of you keeping yourself covered. And I talk about this all the time. When you get in this journey, you are absolutely going to find yourself in solitude. And again, that solitude is absolutely on purpose. So you want to get comfortable in the space that you're in. You want to be able to withstand any outside noises and energies coming your way to try to throw you off course. So whether that is listening to uplifting music, whether it's an activity, whatever it is, like I said, it doesn't matter. You just make sure that you are mindfully and intentionally keeping yourself covered. Okay? The next thing is going to be take care of your body. You got to take care of your body. Like I said, your body is your vessel. This is the only way that spirit can bring these things to pass is through you. And if your body is not in order, can't nothing come through you. You need longevity, right? You need life. You need strength. You need resilience. You need all these things to be able to bring your purpose to pass. You need all these things to go into your destiny. Now, last but not least, and I'm about to get off of here. In this space, the more you sit in this space, the more your alignment with spirit is going to come into place, right? And slowly but surely you'll be able to not only feel it but to see it. So I want you to be mindful of the things that you are also seeing. And when I say seeing, now I'm talking about in the external, because spirit will give you signs and wonders. Spirit will give you synchronicities and things like this. So certain things you do want to pay attention to in the external view. And you will be able to discern and decipher where to give your attention to and where to take it from the deeper you get into this journey. So, listen, those are going to be the first things to put into place when it comes to you raising your consciousness. We know that you raising your consciousness also raises your energy, vibration, and frequency, right? For you to be able to attain that version of yourself to bring these beautiful thoughts, ideas, and visions to pass that spirit has given you. I thank you all for spending time with me today. Enjoy the rest of your day, but what do I want you to make sure you absolutely do for the rest of your day? Bye-bye.